What's up guys, and welcome back for another Fallout 76 video. So this one I'm going to be going over my method of doing solo caravans and the build I use, and then we'll kind of go over a run and things. But some things to note, just like in true Bethesda fashion, sometimes the caravans can bug out. In fact, the last one I did, I had to go all the way around the entire new map just to come back to the starting area and complete the run. Normally the caravans are only like 5 minutes. This one took pretty much the entire time, so hopefully that won't happen in this video. So before we start the caravan, and I'll just explain the basics of the build, and then we'll kind of talk about it while we're doing the run. But for the most part, the weapons I'm using is a cremator and then a holy fire, which we need to repair really quick. But the holy fire is essentially going to help us heal the Brahmin. So the goal here is to ignore as many mobs as possible, keep the Brahmin running, and then as it takes damage, we will heal it with holy fire. I'm running right now in a full T65 overeaters set, but any power armor will do. We're essentially making ourselves pretty much invincible, so we don't have to worry about our own health. So we're going to run full power armor here. Let's go and look at the perks here. So it's a heavy build. We're going to be running traveling pharmacy, a lot of stuff to reduce carry weight so we can loot. We do want to loot as we go, since we don't want to use a bunch of fuel and not get some back whenever you kill humanoids. If you do kill anything, try to kill humanoids and at least, get those guys so you can get that fuel back. So traveling pharmacy, because we are using things like Born Survivor and things like that. And then we have all of our heavy gunner skills, and then we also have lock and load. The reload speed is very, very, very important. It's just like quality of life thing for running this, because we just want to reload our weapon as fast as possible. Perception's at 1 with concentrated fire. Sometimes it helps to, just vats up the ants and, with the holy fire and, kind of hit them all at once. We got fireproof for fire resist, and then we got life giver for total life. For charisma, we've got strange in numbers. This is when we're running with, an alt or something. We can also just kind of join our own, create our own, special group and everything. But you can kind of take this one out if you don't need it. And then we got tenderizer, which will make our targets receive more damage. And then friendly fire is the important one. This is what's going to make holy fire actually heal the Brahmin, and that's what makes this very, very easy to do solo. Suppressor, I put this in here, just had 1 point left over. This reduces the target's damage output for 2 seconds after you attack them. So by putting that constant damage on with the holy fire, it helps mitigate some damage there. Intelligence, we run 15 intelligence because we do run the same fit for events and stuff. Batteries included. That makes our fuel and our fusion cores way less. And then power user, we don't really need this, but it's nice to have. Fusion core duration is doubled, and I'll explain why we don't necessarily need this, but I like having 15 intelligence to maximize experience. Stabilize will give us some armor penetration, and then scrapper is just a leftover from that single one left over in there. Agility is also at 15. We got our agility is also at 15. We got adrenaline for our damage. We got Action Girl to give us our AP. Action Girl helps fuel Dodgy, which is damage mitigation for action points. Born Survivor, if we do get low on health, then we will automatically use a stem pack. Through Hiker, we're carrying a lot of food and stuff, so this helps keep our carry weight down. And then for luck, we have Bloody Mess for damage. We have Class Freak and Stretch Jeans, because we are running a bunch of mutations, which aren't really applicable to this build. Ricochet is also something that's going to help damage mitigate. And then Good Assault just helps keep our food kind of, not spoiling for too long. And then One Gun Army gives us some stagger and cripple chance there. So moving on to the legendary perks, I do have intelligence, charisma, strength, and endurance all maxed out here. That's how we are able to get so many categories at 15. Sizzling style, because we are matching with T65s, we get some damage resist. And then electric absorption, so anytime a lost or anything hits us, if anything hits us with an energy weapon, it's going to recharge our fusion core and heal us. So that's why I said you don't necessarily need to run power user. You could run something else, like first aid or something, but we really don't take a whole lot of damage doing this. So this is kind of the setup I've been running. So if you're on the PC, you can hit X and it'll auto run, and so we can kind of just auto run through here and keep the Brahmin going. Sometimes it goes, sometimes it doesn't. sometimes you gotta turn around, run backwards, and just keep everything moving. The whole idea is just to kind of keep the whole progress moving. There we go. The Brahmin definitely have a mind of its own, so I try to ignore pretty much anything that's not humanoid in nature that wouldn't necessarily drop ammo. Or unless it's like, you know, canines or something that's going to stagger me as I'm trying to go. There's still bodies from like the last run I did. That last 30-minute caravan run. Ridiculous. Like I said, if you're running like this, you can almost guarantee somewhere in the 5-minute mark if it doesn't bug. So we just kind of keep following the Brahmin around, keep an eye on its health. Keep ourselves reloaded and stuff. You pretty much ignore everything. Especially Lost. Like if Lost are hitting you with energy, there's no need to kill them because they're just going to recharge your fusion core and everything. But this is essentially the build and the method that I've been doing to kind of farm this stuff up. I'll probably be farming this pretty heavy to get all the merchants and stuff unlocked. And so I'm going to do a more in-depth video on that actual situation. We also have stuff like that will randomly like spawn in the road too, which is kind of obnoxious. It's a little bit of stagger. So as long as our Brahmin is still moving, we're going to be keeping moving. Just keep that guy running. But sometimes the mobs will just have him run off the road or something crazy. But we really haven't seen a situation where we need to use Cremator yet. More or less, I usually use Cremator for ants, to be honest, because they're so hard to hit. Alright, let's hit Z to auto run. And then with Z on, you can just like periodically hit space or shift and just kind of sprint up. When I get in range of the Brahmin, I just hit E. We're about 3 minutes in at this point. As long as it doesn't bug, we should be only about 3 minutes out from completing this. It's just, if the Brahmin runs off the road because of mobs, try not to, like, you know, go and hurry it too much. Clear the mobs and stuff. I think my 30-minute run I could have probably fixed. The Brahmin actually got to the end of the track. See, like here? Sometimes you just have the Brahmin that just bugs out. There's no mobs around. Oh, there's somebody around here somewhere. And sometimes if you just take the mobs down, then the Brahmin will kind of reset itself. Otherwise, you could potentially push the Brahmin off track, and you have to go all the way around to do everything again. So I'm gonna go up here, try to hurry it. This is one of the known kind of trouble spots for this route bug. But otherwise, most of the time, see, just gonna keep rotating around until we kill everything. And all the mobs like spawn like off the road too, something like down cliffs and things, so it can get really obnoxious. Alright, let's auto run again. Sprint up. Get the Brahmin moving. So because of that little like hiccup there, we're probably gonna be a little bit over 5 minutes on this, which is fine. As long as it's not 30 minutes like the one I just did. At least the Brahmin is still moving forward here. We're going to kind of keep it, try to push it through this tunnel. Right now it's not accepting speed. And honestly, I don't really like the Cremator because it, you know, uses, you know, a lot of fuel for one shot. So I prefer using just the Holy Fire. Has better, I guess, resource or ammo efficiency. Come on. A little bit of lag going on here. I've been picking up all the legendaries because I've been scrapping them. I haven't really been doing a lot of farming for that. And I'm assuming this Brahmin is going to let me speed it up once we get out of this tunnel. Kind of obnoxious. Usually the end of the route is, you can see it from like a Blue Ridge flag. I'll take some of these Lost down. Okay, here we go. So that was a pretty quick one. That was good. Sometimes you have like a defend event at the end where you have to kill like, you know, some mobs and stuff like that. But that one was pretty simple. We didn't have any crazy issues. I'm gonna go and take all these Lost guys down because I want to like get all their fuel. What I do is, and not even just for caravans, but just in the game in general, I will, you know, mass loot everything. It helps with events and stuff. So after all these guys go down, I will just go up on any body and go R on nearby corpses, R take all in space, which is okay. And just let me loot everything in proximity really quick, and it really helps with kind of speed running stuff. But that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.